Welcome my beautiful friends. Tonight, we aren't here to evaluate our lives, to fix our flaws, or to audit our performance. We are simply here to sit together in a warm, healing truth. Have you ever noticed how, from the time we are small children, we are taught to fear the red pen? In school, a single mark in red ink on our paper meant a mistake. It meant a deduction in points, a disappointed look from a teacher, or a long walk home with a heavy heart. And without even realizing it, as we grew into adults, we brought that red pen right into our own minds. We became strict, unforgiving inspectors of our own souls. Late at night, when the house goes quiet, we sit in the dark holding that invisible red pen, scrutinizing every detail of our day. We highlight every word spoken out of place, every task left half-finished, every plan that didn't unfold perfectly, and every moment where we felt we fell short. We treat our lives like an ongoing examination where even the slightest stain is mistaken for total failure. But life, my friends, was never designed to be a sterile examination paper. It was meant to be a garden. And in a garden, no tree grows in a perfectly straight line, no rose blooms without a few broken thorns, and no river flows without curving around rough stones. I am reminded of a young man named Tariq, who worked as a senior clerk in a crowded municipal office in the heart of an old, bustling city. Tariq was 25 years old, a kind, intelligent, and honest young man with a sharp mind and a warm heart. But beneath his polite smile, Tariq carried a crushing, invisible weight that left him perpetually exhausted. He lived in absolute, paralyzing fear of making a mistake. While his colleagues would complete their work, pack their bags, and head home at 5 o'clock to share laughter over dinner with their families, Tariq would stay behind at his wooden desk for hours. Under the harsh, flickering glare of a single fluorescent tube light, he would sit alone in the empty office, reviewing official files. He would read the same page 5 times over, checking every seal, verifying every date, and rereading every line, terrified that if a single letter was mistyped, his entire worth as a human being would be shattered. His friends often told him to relax, to let go, but Tariq couldn't. In his mind, perfection was his only shield. He secretly believed that if he could just do everything flawlessly, if his work was perfect, his speech was controlled, and his life was without error, then no one could ever criticize him, no one could ever judge him, and he would finally be safe. But this endless quest to be flawless had turned his days into a prison. His jaw was always tight, his shoulders were permanently hunched with tension, and his sleep was filled with restless dreams of missing deadlines and making embarrassing blunders. One chilly Thursday evening, as a soft autumn rain began to fall over the city, the weight finally became too much to bear. Tariq had spent 4 hours agonizing over a minor reporting discrepancy that his supervisor had gently pointed out earlier that afternoon. The supervisor hadn't even been angry, he had simply corrected it with a smile and told Tariq to head home. But for Tariq, that small correction felt like a devastating humiliation. It felt like proof that he was incompetent, weak, and unworthy. With his head throbbing from a dull, persistent headache, Tariq locked his desk, wrapped his coat tightly around his shoulders, and stepped out into the cool, damp night air. The city streets were quiet and gleaming under the yellow reflection of streetlights. Wet cobblestones glistened, and the fresh scent of damp earth mixed with wood smoke drifted through the narrow alleys. Tariq walked aimlessly until he reached a small, open-air roadside tea stall tucked away under the massive, spreading canopy of an ancient banyan tree. The stall was lit by the soft, warm glow of a hanging kerosene lantern. A small brass kettle simmered over a coal stove, sending up clouds of fragrant steam scented with green cardamom, crushed ginger, and fresh tea leaves. Running the stall was Baba Rahim, an elder in his late 70s. Baba Rahim was a man with a snow-white beard, gentle eyes surrounded by deep lines of laughter, and a calm, unhurried presence that instantly put people at ease. He had sat under that banyan tree for over 40 years, serving tea to poets, laborers, businessmen, and broken-hearted strangers. He had watched the world change around him, yet his own heart remained as steady and welcoming as the old tree above him. Seeing Tariq sit down heavily on a low wooden bench, staring blankly at the wet pavement with shadowed, tired eyes. Baba Rahim immediately recognized the posture of a soul in pain. He poured a steaming glass of hot tea, placed it gently on the wooden bench beside the young man, and sat down on a woven stool nearby. "Son," Baba Rahim said in his deep, soothing voice, "you look like a traveler who has walked 100 miles carrying a sack full of heavy rocks on his back. Why don't you put the sack down for a little while and warm your hands?" Tariq looked up, his voice cracking with built-up frustration. "Baba, I tried so hard today. I try every single day. But I made a mistake at work. A tiny oversight in a file. It was caught and fixed, but I can't stop replaying it in my head. I feel so ashamed. I just want to be better. I want my work, my decisions, and my life to be completely right. Why is it so hard to be perfect?" Baba Rahim listened patiently, nodding slowly as if receiving a precious confidence. He took a sip of his own tea, looking out at the rain tapping softly against the broad leaves of the banyan tree. Then, with a gentle smile, he reached deep into the pocket of his waistcoat and pulled out an old, worn brass pocket watch. He held it out in his palm for Tariq to see. The glass cover was scratched, the brass casing was dull and slightly dented at the edge, and the tick-tock sound coming from inside was slightly uneven, yet steady. "Look at this watch, my child," Baba Rahim said softly. "My father gave this to me 60 years ago. When it was brand new, sitting in a velvet box in a shop window, it was flawless. Its glass was crystal clear, its metal was mirror shiny, and it didn't have a single scratch. But in that box, it was useless. It didn't mark the birth of my children, it didn't keep me company during long stormy nights, and it didn't travel with me across the country." Baba Rahim traced his thumb over the small dent on the side. "It got this dent when I accidentally dropped it while running to catch a train to visit my sick mother. It got these fine scratches from decades of living in my pocket alongside brass coins and keys. This watch is imperfect, it is worn, and it carries the marks of a long journey. But tell me, Tariq, is it broken?" Tariq looked closely at the watch, listening to its soft, persistent ticking. "No, Baba. It's still keeping time." "Exactly," Baba Rahim whispered, his eyes shining with profound warmth. "Its scratches are not flaws, they are its story. They are the evidence that it was used, that it participated in life, and that it served a purpose. We human beings commit a great cruelty against ourselves when we demand that our lives look like that unused watch in the velvet box. We spend all our energy trying to remain untouched, unblemished, and error-free, terrified that a single mistake will ruin us." The old man leaned closer, resting a weathered hand gently on Tariq's knee. "God did not create us out of polished marble or rigid iron, my son. He fashioned us out of soft, pliable clay. And clay is meant to be shaped, to bear the impression of human hands, to crack in the kiln, and to be mended. Your mistakes, your stumbles, your imperfect moments, they are not signs that you have failed as a human being. They are simply proof that you are alive. They show that you are trying, learning, and participating in this grand, beautiful existence. Why punish yourself for being human?" Baba Rahim's words resonated through Tariq's chest like a deep, beautiful melody. A sudden, breathtaking wave of relief washed over his mind. He looked down at his tea glass, feeling its heat penetrate his cold fingers, and for the first time in years, he saw his perfectionism for what it truly was, a heavy, unnecessary armor he had been wearing out of fear. He realized that his worth was not tied to a flawless record. He didn't need to be a cold, perfect machine to deserve peace, respect, and rest. Tariq took a long, slow, deep breath, a breath that reached all the way to the bottom of his lungs. He felt the tight knot in his chest dissolve. He looked up at Baba Rahim, bowed his head with silent, profound gratitude, and took a slow sip of the warm, fragrant tea. The rain outside continued to fall, but inside Tariq's heart, the storm had finally passed. My beautiful friends, as you lie in the quiet safety of your room tonight, let us sit together in the peaceful light of this truth. I invite you to take a gentle, honest look into your own heart tonight. What impossible standard have you been holding yourself to today? What tiny mistake, missed expectation, or imperfect conversation are you still carrying into your bed, allowing it to steal your sleep? You have spent so much of your life wearing the heavy coat of perfectionism, trying to ensure that every word you speak, every project you complete, and every step you take is free from fault. But you were never meant to be a flawless statue. You are a living, breathing, beautiful human soul. You are allowed to be a work in progress. You are allowed to have messy days, unfinished pages, and quiet stumbles. Tonight, let this bed be the sanctuary where you lay down the heavy burden of trying to be perfect. Forgive yourself for today's mistakes. Forgive yourself for the things you didn't finish and the words you wish you had said differently. Let out a long, slow sigh of complete release, and tell your tired mind, I do not need to be perfect to be worthy. My heart is good, my efforts are enough, and I choose to rest in grace tonight. Let the demands of the world and the harsh voice of self-criticism fade away like gentle rain into the night. You are allowed to be human, and you are allowed to be at peace. Give yourself full permission to let go now. Lay your head down gently upon your pillow. Let your arms, your legs, and your entire body feel heavy, warm, and completely relaxed. Allow the quiet, steady rhythm of your breath to guide you into a deep, weightless, and restorative sleep. Take beautiful care of your soul, protect your quiet mind, and until we walk this quiet path together again, peace be upon you.